So before I even get started, guys, I ordered some food from Uber Eats. Got me some tropical smoothie because I love tropical smoothie. The dude comes to the door. He's like, "Enjoy your food," and I was like, "You too." I'm so awkward. But anyways. Okay, so after I filmed that first part of this video, I ate my food and took a nap. So now I'm back. So anyways, hey you guys. I haven't done a Brit chat in a little minute. I have my fan on. I hope it's not like super loud, but it's super hot, so I'm not turning it off. Okay, we'll work around that. It's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're having a Brit chat. I got me a water. Hold on. Because listen, I feel like I'm about to be talking a lot. Listen. I don't like Dasani. It's just here. Okay? Don't judge me. So let's get right into it. We're talking about what the title says, building a man for someone else. Now let's just talk about why I even want to talk about this. I was on Twitter, Instagram, or something. I saw a tweet, and a girl was saying her biggest fear is building a man for someone else. Oh, bitch. That shit struck a chord in me, okay? I was genuinely getting upset. Like, I was like, oh. Okay. I was pressed. I really had to step back and ask, why am I a hit dog? Why does this statement, my biggest fear is building a man for someone else? Like, why is this statement touching me so deep? Like, bitch, get it together. So I stepped back. I broke down the tweet. That's how I think of things that upset me. I break it down. So, my biggest fear is building a man for someone else. Biggest fear. First of all, I don't dabble in fear. So, that's when I was able to say, okay, bitch, fear what? Then, building a man, that's positive, right? That should be a good thing, right? There's been a pattern in my life where the people I want the most, or the people I love and I want to keep around, they end up not wanting the same thing, or they never did, but they took the benefits anyway. But before I would officially get kicked to the curb, like I said, they would get the benefits. They would get what the fuck they want to get. You know what I'm saying? That could be anything. And for the sake of transparency, it could be sex. It could be attention. It could be boosting their ego. It could be money. It could be food. It could be anything a nigga could get. Knowing he don't want me, but there's something, I'm valuable to him in some type of way, but I'm not valuable enough to dedicate his time to. I'm not valuable enough to what's the term I'm looking for? Invest in. You know? What I learned a long time ago, I didn't just learn this. I learned sometimes a nigga just need you to gas him up so he can drive to the next bitch house. Some niggas just need you to pump their head up so they can go to that bitch they really want. That's it. Like, yeah, I'm cool. You make me feel good. Like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna go try this out with her over here, right there. You like, okay. See you later. So when I put it like that, it sounds really bad. Like, damn, like you really hyping these niggas up. You make these niggas feel good just so they don't invest in you. But my whole thing about me and how I've learned to restructure that pattern of mine, we all need each other. I know somebody gonna be like, shut the fuck up, bitch, you so spiritual, you so all love, da, 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 da. And I am, but I could also identify when a nigga ain't shit too, and when he using me, and that's fine. This is the thing though. I remember, I'm all over the place, but I'm gonna make my point. My point is, sometimes people need shit more than we need it. Like when that nigga, whoever he is, needed all the compliments in the world. He needed his ego boosted. He needed his head gassed the fuck up. He probably needed that. Like, legit needed that for himself. And he probably needed the shit more than me. The one who's who always want your attention, they need that shit more than you, clearly. The money, they need it more than you. The food, they need it more than you. Somewhere to sleep. Some niggas out here, what do they call it? Homosexual? Anyways, that's nothing. I remember when I was a kid, a long time ago, I lived in this neighborhood and we had a clubhouse. And in this clubhouse, we would like have parties and stuff and blah, 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 blah. I feel like I've told this story before on one of my videos. I don't remember though. If you remember, comment below. In the clubhouse, we had like all the snacks and the candies and stuff for the party. We were setting it up, and every time somebody went in there, as we were setting it up, they would have the key with them, and they would have to lock the door behind them. But somebody forgot to lock the door one time, so these kids I knew growing up took the candy. But I remember seeing this person after the fact, and I saw them with the candy, and I knew it was our candy. But of course, they didn't admit that they got it from the clubhouse. They said they went to the store for it, but I knew that wasn't the case. But I didn't say anything, and I remember talking to my grandma. I never told her who it was. I think I told her who it was. I don't know. That's not the point. The point is, I remember my grandma saying, maybe they needed it more than us. And I was like, That was a very compassionate thing to say. Maybe they needed it more than us. Then, let's think a few years ahead after this, I had some sneakers of mine stolen from me. 2 pairs of Jordans that I miss so much. I had them stolen from me in some type of way. Not off my feet. Nobody like took them off my feet. Like, no. But it was like they were in a place they shouldn't have been in, blah, 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 and they were taken. And I thought back to my grandma's statement. Maybe they needed them more than you. So that makes me think about building a man for someone else. I don't want to think of it as a bad thing. I believe we come into each other's lives for a reason. And I think that if you only love somebody so they can love you back, you don't love them. Your ego likes it. So if they're mirroring you, you're like, yes. Ooh, yes. He liked me like yes. But when somebody's doing their own thing for them and it doesn't align with what you viewed them doing, it doesn't fit your agenda, we be salty. Like, you supposed to like me. You supposed to like me back. And if you don't, what's the point? Relax. Like, listen, I've been there a lot. Sometimes people need shit more than we need it. So whoever we built that nigga for, that bitch needed him more than we did. We just gave him a push a little bit. And I think it's not a bad thing. I don't want to say it like I helped you out, but I helped you out, but not in like a petty way. We all need each other. Some of us need more than the next person. And some of us have what the other person needs. And I feel like we should be grateful that we have a surplus of something that benefits someone else. Now, whether they take advantage of that, that's their karma, boo. That's their business. You don't got to deal with that. That's not your business. If you know you're genuinely giving and loving and caring and supporting and helping build, if you know all of that shit is genuine and is coming from a good place, why feel bad if they decide they want to share all that shit with someone else? It sounds like, well, bitch, what do you mean? Because I did the work and now somebody else is getting the benefits. Yeah, I know. But there's always better out there. You know what I'm saying? The man you got now, somebody probably built his ass for you too. And I'm not saying a man can't build himself, but there's some things a man gets from a woman. And you can tell they got it from the love and care of a woman. And you gotta appreciate that woman. Because he probably wasn't going to get it from nowhere else. That's just facts. I'm just saying. That's just what I've learned. Not even just from me. Just from... I know a lot of men who have said this same shit. She taught me a lot. She was the one that got away, but she taught me a lot. I really wanted her. I really liked her. But whatever the fuck. And we can't just apply this to men. We can apply this to friends. There are some people in our lives who are no longer here in our lives. Not because they're gone or they passed, but because y'all have grown apart. Whatever the case may be. That person, whoever walked away, or whoever you walked away from, there was something learned there. And if there wasn't, it wasn't a valuable connection, no way. But I believe every interaction, no matter how big or small, no matter how painful, no matter how joyful it may be, you take something from it. How valuable is it if you took nothing from it? So I don't mind being the woman that a man learned something from, or he got something from. Oh, she made me feel good. I could talk to her about anything. I could trust her. She made me want to love some shit like that. Why wouldn't that fills me up? And it used to not fill me up. I used to be like, so why don't you want me then? Huh? Why isn't it me that you want? You don't call me at night. You don't text me good morning. I don't feel that way anymore. I just feel like, okay, well, I did something for you. And I'm grateful because I have that to give in excess. Like, I can give it every day, all the time. That's just me. I can give. I do my best to think of shit in this way because if I don't, I would be angry and bitter all fucking day. I think I would drive myself crazy if I decided to take it personal. I think that's what the problem is. We take it personal. We take it personal when someone doesn't want to do shit the way we want them to do it. We take it personal when we're giving love but someone can't receive it. That person not being receptive of your love is not a reflection of your worthiness at all. It's not a reflection of your ability to be desirable. It's not a reflection of anything. It's a reflection of them not being able to receive your love. And that's something they have to work through. But we make it about us. We make it our fault. And it's not. It's not our fault. It's not our business. But you know what we can do for those people who can't receive our love, who don't want our love, who want something else from us? You know, we can pray for them. And if you're not much of a prayer, you could just wish them well. You know what I'm saying? You cannot think of them because you're doing them a favor. Because if you're not going to say anything good or think anything good or pray anything good, you don't need to do anything at all. Because then that means you're sending bad energy. That means you're wishing ill on them. And that's not cool. That's not going to do anything for you. I just know I have to think of it like this, and I believe that it's okay to believe this, building a man or for the next person. I don't think that's a bad thing. If I'm giving a man tools to love someone else better, cool. Good for you. Good for you. I'm not going to think of myself as the guinea pig that you had to fuck over to get it right the next time. Because there's a lesson in that for me too. The lesson usually is, why the fuck are you letting people treat you like this? If you know they're taking, stop giving. When you know they're taking in vain, stop giving. You can't love someone into loving you. You can't. It's not a thing. Because if they're not open to receive it, if they're not ready for it, if they're not on that level, if their level of consciousness is not there, baby, the work is void. It's null and void. So I do that for myself, and I believe this, and I'm okay with this because I don't deserve to walk around bitter and feeling like a hit dog. If someone I loved decided not to love me and decided to take what I gave them to give to someone else and love someone else better, because that's going to come back to me tenfold. I'm going to be loved the way I loved. I'm going to receive the way I give. It's okay. Now, if that motherfucker didn't mean what the fuck they was doing with me, you know what I'm saying, and they go off to someone else, that's their story. However that shit unfolds is on them. That's not my business, and you don't need to be concerned with it. I need to teach y'all how to let niggas go. I'm really good at it. I'm good at it. We should do a video on that. If you want a video on that, let me know. Let me know, because I'm... Hey! Niggas be like, do you remember me? Oh, I pray for you. I forgot who you was, but I was praying for you anyway. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's healthy to know how to let people go, but still love them. You gotta love people from a distance. You gotta learn how to let people go, for real. Because when you don't, you just be bitter all fucking day. You don't know why, but then you get drunk all night, and then you remember, you're like, oh my God, yeah, you did leave. He did just walk away from me. Like, you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. You don't need none of those emotions consuming you. I'm a lover. So if I can only love you when I can have you, then I don't really love you. I love when you're convenient. You know what I'm saying? I think the real measure of love is when that person does nothing for you or doesn't return what you give. But you love them anyway. You don't waste your time on them. You don't waste your resources on them. You don't waste your efforts on them because you know they don't care about you. But you love anyway. You love anyway. I think that's like courageous as fuck. That's me. And I encourage everybody else to be that way, because I guarantee you, when the time is right, when you're ready, because sometimes we're not ready for what the hell we give. We be giving it, and then we get it finally, and we be like, he's really nice, but like, bitch, like, what does he really want? Like, does he really like me though? Because then when we get the shit, we don't know what the fuck to do with it. Trust me, I know that way too well. Like, that's another conversation we gotta have. We complaining about not getting what we give, but bitch, when we get it, we don't know what the fuck to do with it. We like, oh, that's what it's like. Like, we don't know what the fuck to do. But listen, I think that's all I wanted to say. Building a man for someone else, or building someone for someone else, giving someone tools so they can do better somewhere else, but they didn't do good with you. Like, fuck that shit. It's not a bad thing. If you are a vessel in someone's life, be grateful. Feel honored that you are someone's going to remember. You know what I'm saying? That you loved so hard and you gave so altruistically and generously that they can be like, I remember you. Like, because of you, I can do this now. I'm able to be honest now. I'm able to give now. I'm able to love now. I'm not afraid to love. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. I'm not afraid to cry in front of people anymore. I'm not afraid to be myself. That's okay. And it doesn't just have to apply to men, but I was applying it to men because that's what the tweet was about. But that can apply to anybody. If you feel like somebody just took from you and then went to do it, and took everything they gave you and did it with somebody else, and they did it better and they're happy, and don't be bitter about it. That's not your business. That's not your business. You were a vessel in their life, and they took the good and went and did better with it. So why dwell on feeling like something was, you were abandoned, or you got played, or if you were giving out of the kindness of your fucking heart, and you were giving because that's who you was, like that's who you are, you can't be down for too long. But as a human, we gonna feel some type of way. Trust me, I know. But when you know you really love somebody and you really give a fuck about them, it don't matter. You're just happy that they're happy. You're happy that they're growing. You're happy that they're better. That's the goal. Always better, 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 better. If they're better than where you left them, you did your fucking job as a human being, not as a woman to a man, but as a human to a human. If people don't leave me better than before, I didn't. What did I do to you? I'm sorry. Better. And that's how I'm gonna leave this fucking video. Better. Bitch, be better so somebody else can be better. Better. But better. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Okay, bye.